What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including TNA officially back, WarGames plans revealed, AEW buying out CM Punk's contract, is Edge upset in AEW, The Undertaker's new project revealed, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at TNA Is Officially Back. Well, nobody saw this coming. Last night at Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory pay-per-view, it was officially announced that Impact Wrestling was reverting to TNA name and branding. In an official statement, the company stated, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, a global multi-platform media company, announced that today its professional wrestling company Impact Wrestling is returning to its iconic Total Nonstop Action TNA Wrestling name at Hard to Kill, its first pay-per-view event of 2024, which will originate for the first time ever from the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada. We still hear the TNA chants wherever we go, said Impact Wrestling President Scott D'Amore. Fans have longed for TNA Wrestling, so that's what we're bringing back in 2024. TNA Wrestling, we're back. Company officials confirmed that the new year will launch a new look TNA Wrestling that runs from the entrance ramp to turnbuckles to the ring to larger, more prestigious venues and much more. Further details on the TNA Wrestling return will be revealed on Tuesday, October 24th, when D'Amore sits down for an exclusive interview with Tom Hannifan that will air on Impact's Facebook page. In relation to if the infamous six-sided ring will return, this doesn't appear to be the plan. Well, that's according to a report from PW Insider. Going forward, the TV series will be known as TNA Impact Wrestling. I'm under the impression they will return using the old logos as of January. There'll be a new TNA Championship belt rolled out with the current title holders using the belts instead. The new belts have already been crafted and produced. They aren't likely to be used in January. There are zero plans to return the old six-sided ring. This wasn't even discussed, as just about every talent still within the company who's ever worked in the six-sided ring found the traditional four-sided ring to be easier on their bodies. Whilst the six-sided ring is no doubt a fan favourite, numerous TNA talents have come forward stating that the four-sided ring is considerably safer, so it's easy to understand why the company has made that particular decision. What do you guys think of TNA returning with their old name and branding? Is this a smart business decision? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Crown Jewel doing mega business for WWE. Now, a new report from BWE on Twitter indicates that tickets for the show are in high demand. BWE states, discussion over adding more seats for Crown Jewel event got sold out in hours time. It's worth noting that tickets for the event only went on sale on Tuesday, and for WWE to sell it already is very impressive. WWE being forced to add more seats to events has become a common theme in recent months. Just last week it reported that WWE have had to adjust their entire staging for Survivor Series next month to accommodate more fans. Next up, WarGames plans revealed. Now, this past Friday on SmackDown, it was heavily teased that a brand versus brand storyline is coming, and according to Fightful Select, the tease was intended to set up WarGames next month. Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis' promo was intended to be a reference to WWE's plans to run WarGames, which was the plan as of a few weeks ago. We're working to find out if that's still the active plan. A brand versus brand matchup in WarGames is an exciting idea, and it'll be interesting to see how WWE handle the story. Next up, Nick Aldis pulling double duty. A SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis, was officially signed to WWE last week, and it looks like Aldis was strictly under performer contract. However, according to Fightful Select, Aldis has also returned to his role as WWE producer. Nick Aldis continued his producing duties on SmackDown and will work in that role while appearing on an on-screen GM. Coming into WWE on a trial basis for a role of producer, then weeks later being hired as both a producer and an on-air performer is certainly impressive. Next up, AEW in talks with CM Punk over contract buyout. CM Punk may be a free agent currently, but according to Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Punk and AEW are in talks over some type of contract buyout. They're talking about a buyout, and then I think that the thing that's the holdup, or it may have already been done, is the length of the non-compete. I don't know that, which I thought was weird because even if it's 6 months, let's say it's a 6-month non-compete, it's like Punk's not going to be able to wrestle for WWE, but he could go on their television, and I think that's maybe what the issue is. If he's getting that big, if he's getting like a big payout and he's already made a lot of money there. Meltzer then added, for at least, it looks like AEW and Punk have completely cut ties with each other. The idea that he would then walk on television in 2 weeks or something like that is probably something that Tony Khan wants to avoid. It's one of those things, it's what's going on. so it looks very unlikely that Punk will be back. I mean, things can always change. The firing of Ace Steel was probably the sign that Punk was not going to be brought back, because if he was, I mean, I think Punk would work very, very hard to save him, save his position and everything like that. I mean, there were a lot of, I think that, again, much of the locker room felt that when that thing had happened, that Punk and Steel had to go. There have been rumors that Punk is WWE bound, yet recent reports indicate that WWE have no desire to bring Punk back into the fold. There have even been rumors, predominantly on social media, that Punk may show up at the Survivor Series in Chicago next month, but as things stand, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Next up, an update on Edge being upset in AEW. And one of the main rumors that has dominated social media this week relates to Adam Copeland, aka Edge. It was rumored that even reported that Edge was upset with a promo segment with Ricky Starks on Collision. However, a new report from Fightful Select states that Edge nor Starks were upset following the verbal exchange, and everything is fine when it comes to Edge in AEW. Last week's AEW Collision promo turned some heads, but didn't cause any heat that we've heard of. Those that we spoke to said they didn't appear to be any heat backstage, and that generally speaking, Adam Copeland does not get rattled by promos like that, but writes his own material and has since the WWE days. In the moment, it was said that he was just trying to give back what was given to him. Ricky Starks also wasn't upset backstage about the promo, and we're told that the content in which Copeland said wasn't anything he hasn't heard before. Sources familiar with the situation say that if they end up having another in-ring promo, it'll be a similar back and forth, and there aren't any concerns of things escalating to an unprofessional level or anything with them. Thus far, Adam Copeland has received great reviews from talent and staff at AEW. One said that they probably wouldn't have used the vanilla midget line, but outside from that, it was two guys trying to be off the cuff. And finally, The Undertaker's new project revealed. Our final story today takes a look at The Undertaker's new project, which was made officially this weekend. The WWE legend announced on his Instagram story that he has a new venture on Patreon called 6 Feet Under. The project will allow fans access to exclusive content, and it's heavily promoted as a Mark Calloway project, so this will be out of WWE's control. The Patreon currently has 3 tiers with prices ranging from $5 to $10 per month. Discussing the exciting project on his Instagram story, the dead man stated, "Hey everybody, Mark Calloway aka The Undertaker. I'm really excited because I've been working on a project called 6 Feet Under. So what I need you to do is tap on that link. It's going to take you to my Patreon account, and there you're going to receive exclusive content not only of my wrestling career, my personal life, my views on things, just a whirlwind of all things Mark Calloway. So click on that link, go over to Patreon and check it out." And in terms of what fans of The Undertaker can expect on the Patreon platform, here's an official description. The last 30 plus years of being on the road as a pro wrestler has led to many stories in and out of the wrestling ring. Mark will be sharing weekly stories that you've probably never heard before and taking you down memory lane with some of his most epic matches that we all loved. So if you're interested in the world of pro wrestling and getting behind the scenes looking into the life of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, well, grab your shovel and get ready to go 6 feet under with Mark Calloway. Now we wish The Undertaker the best of luck on his new venture. He deserves it after so many years of being away from interviews and whatnot. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.